Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to the next fact here. So, at fact three, as agent framework adoption doubles, the need for deep telemetry also rises. I think for those of us here at Datadog, this is preaching from the from the top of every mountain. Is All of this stuff is super super important when it comes to telemetry and just creating a better understanding of what's going on, especially as we adopt these frameworks that now are using multiple models and have lots of different use cases and different costs. I don't know, Ryan, if you've got any thoughts here on it, on the fact that it's doubled. Is that gonna are we gonna keep seeing that over the next years? Is it sustainable, or is that just for point in now, this point in time?
Right. It feels like it could double again this year in terms of frameworks. Everyone's trying to come up with a new framework or agent development kit or some type of SDK for models. Listen, it feels a little bit self-serving to say that you need telemetry when going towards a workflow that's more complex. But I think the fact is it becomes more difficult to monitor multi non-deterministic workflows at the same time, especially if they're chained together. So I think Div and I talked about things like sub-agent workflows, and I think Jason, we've also talked about tracing complications. But when you're doing things like calling out an agent that may also have tool calls and different contexts, it's actually pretty key to start tracing what's happening at each of these steps, especially once you start adding things in like temperature or different contexts for each of the models. It becomes complicated very quickly. And it's not to say you need Datadog for this, but you definitely need something, even if it's just logging and tracing, to look at what's happening between those handoffs. So if one agent's handing context to another, you'd want to know what's in that context and if the tool call failed or succeeded for the subagent.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Div, you have any extra thoughts on that?
I think Ryan covered that pretty well.